40 low.
It's one-way traffic now.
Let for serve.
It's a bit late for careful, measured play from this chap. Yet that's what we got.
Oh, nimble touch. There's a confident man there. A man who almost certainly now is going to retain his championship that he won so thrillingly for Australia this time last year. 5 love. Almost certainly then, Rafter is going to be only the 4th player in modern times who, having won the US Open for the first time, won it again the next year, the second time of asking. It's quite an effort. And he's broken philippoussis towards the end of the 3rd set. Since then, philippoussis has hardly hit the ball in court.
15 love.
There it is. Rafter's property again, surely.
Good footwork, moves the body out of the way. Just strokes it, caresses it in the right direction.
Very quick on his feet, very nimble, gets into position. Not an easy shot to get to, but once he got there, he had so much time.
No, well, to play the off-forehand pass, he had to use just a little bit more footwork and certainly a lot more guile and faking there.
Well, it really is extraordinary to think in this dilemma that Mark Philippoussis would go for second serves like that.
But that one was only 83 miles an hour, so it's not necessarily the speed, it's the mental approach to it.
Advantage Philippoussis. Deuce. Let for serve.
So the championship
Advantage
is right here for Pat Rafter. Match point after 2 hours and just a few minutes.
I just pray it's not a double fault here.
Please. And game, set, match.
Well, it was
Rafter.
almost certainly going to happen, that. It's a calamitous ending. It's been a
3 sets to
calamitous
1.
serve when it's
6-3,
let him down
3-6,
because it's let in the
6-2,
champion Rafter.
6-love.
Nice, friendly ending to the match. We wondered about that, but it's very difficult not to think that Pat Rafter's a good bloke. He's champion again. He goes to number 2 in the world, or he will on Monday. And apart from that one period in the second set where he seemed slightly less sure of what he was doing, in the end he was always in control.
He's a great champion, you know. This guy's got all the shots on and off the court. This fellow here, tremendous promise, wonderful character now in the game. I just hope he gets the right advice from parents, coaches, friends, and so on. Surrounds himself with the right people, because the potential is enormous, but at the moment it's raw talent. It's got to become a different sort of talent under control. But terrific effort for him to get to the final, and for Rafter, I couldn't be more pleased to see this man champion again.
And Wally Mizzou will bring you in. What will delight Pat Rafter especially is that he didn't like it because he thought somebody, I think it was John McEnroe, he thought had said it, said he was he might be a one-slam wonder. He isn't.
Well, what if he was a one-slam wonder? The definition of a champion in my book is being the best you can possibly be, and that's exactly what Pat Rafter is. And I don't know if John McEnroe can say that at the end of his career. He was a great player, but he did not have the work ethic of this man, Pat Rafter. Here's the problem. The second serve of Philippoussis quite often going for too much, but really, Mark Philippoussis played some smart tennis, but he hasn't paid his dues. Pat Rafter, he's a great athlete who works at it. You could talk about him for a long time because he does everything so well. Just have a look at that. 39 winners and 5 unforced errors in 4 sets of tennis. He was the deserving champion. And the scary thing about today, and even about yesterday, was it was somewhat clinical. And just watching Rafter's reaction after he won, it was almost as though he expected it. And who knows? I mean, how this guy can play on hard court, who knows what he's capable of in the years to come.
Well, there we are. It's been a wonderful day for Australia. 2 Australians in the final of the US Open, and a marvellous day for Pat Rafter because he's retained the championship.
Thanks very much, gents over there. We'll be back to you in a few minutes' time for the presentation. Interesting definition of a champion, I thought, from Wally Mizzou, to be the best you can be. And Pat Rafter certainly makes the most of what he has. He's not only athletic ability, but what a triumph for his willpower out there. Because you get the feeling, or I got the feeling, that he was weakening, and with every right after such a long tournament, such a long summer. But willpower just got him through.
Well, I actually didn't get that feeling that he was weakening at all. I thought that as the match wore on, and it's sort of a pattern with him, in the beginning he's finding his feet, and then as the match wears on, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's an amazing, testament to his willpower. It's interesting. Last year was Rafter's breakthrough year. He won the U.S. Open, much to most people's surprise, and suddenly there's this new player on the scene, Pat Rafter. But now this year is almost he's really
he's not only
grown
consolidated,
into it.
he's improved.
He has. He's now potentially, we've always been talking about who's going to come out of the woodwork to challenge Pete Sampras, to push him to that higher level. And I think that Rafter could be that guy, because he, certainly on a hard court, he's grown into this idea that he's a Grand Slam champion, that he's one of the best 2 or 3 players in the world, and I think we're going to see a lot more out of him.
I was going to say, Peter, when I say weakening, I'm thinking specifically in the 3rd set. When he did weaken, he said, no, this is too important. I'm going to stay right there with it. We'll discuss this more. Got to take a short break. We're back with a presentation of this trophy from New York City.
To present to Steve Ulrich of Tampa, Florida, an award for being the chair umpire.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tom Orby, Vice President and General Manager of Infinity Division, who has a check for the runner-up. Tom?
Thank you. What a privilege for Infinity to be associated with the greatest tennis event in the world, and also in the finest city in the world, with the greatest fans. Mark, on behalf of Infinity, for your athletic performance and your tremendous play, we would like to present to you a check in the amount of $400,000.
The Tony Roach watching there, £250,000 check, more or less, goes to the runner-up. Tony Trobert talking to Mark Philippoussis.
Yeah, I played great. You have to give all credit to Pat. Played some great tennis, and he's tough at the moment. You know, I'm not going to say I played some great tennis during the week, and just happy to be here.
You saved 3 match points in your quarterfinal match to get here. That was a pretty good effort, too.
Yeah, you know, I fought hard, and you know, just wanted to stay strong, and anything can happen.
All right, Pat, again, congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you here next year. Okay, now, Tom, we have a check for our winner.
Yes. Patrick, for your championship performance, Infinity is pleased to present to you a check in the amount of $700,000. Congratulations on a repeat.
£435,000. Give or take a bob or two.
Patrick, congratulations. You defended well. You've got to be very fit. You've been through a tough tournament.
Yeah, it's been a very long summer for me, and also another great 2 weeks of tennis for me. And I'm going to take the microphone off you. Because I never got to thank all the people I wanted to thank last time. And that is my family, my girlfriend, and all the support in the box. Thank you very much for coming out. And last of all, well, I could go on, commiserations to Mark, but you fans, you make it a fantastic atmosphere for us to play in. Thank you very much, and we'll all be back next year.
Thank you,
I've got a couple
Patrick.
of questions for Wally Mazur.
Mr. President, you have a beautiful trophy here to present to our winner.
We would like to present this trophy to the 1998 champion of the U.S. Open, a young man from Australia named Rafter. Come on, Jeff.
Jeff
Number 2 in
Pollard
the world when the new world rankings come out on Monday.
with Harry Marmion to our 1998 U.S. Open men's singles champion, a repeat, Patrick Rafter.
So, Wally Mazur, let me ask you first of all, what about Wimbledon? He's won this twice. He lost to Tim Henman on the centre court at Wimbledon. You'd think he has the game for grass, but I think you question that.
Well, Jerry, this just for a minute, I mean, I'm looking at Pat Rafter holding up that trophy, and let me tell you, to anyone that's ever tied on a pair of tennis shoes and picked up a tennis racket, dream about these moments. I just can't imagine what must be going through his head right now. I really feel so happy for him. He's just a wonderful kid. There's not an Australian or a person around the world that can say too much about him, too much wrong with him. He's just magnificent. He's just a classic guy. And have a look how happy he is. But hard court plays into his hands a little bit. He's very comfortable moving on hard court, and his serve has wicket spin and bounces very high and is difficult to return. That wicket spin doesn't relate to a high bounce at Wimbledon. The slice serve is the prevailing serve there that is effective, and Rafter, it's something he'll probably have to work on, but maybe it's just a little bit in his mind too, a little bit of self-belief at Wimbledon. If you're that great an athlete and you volley that well, surely you can make things work for you at Wimbledon.
Now, Mark Philippoussis, he's certainly matured well. Oh, this is for the family. That's a touch of Pat Cash happening up there. Tony Roach shaking hands. His trainer, his physical training, the girlfriend.